Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Menken back here with Splash Sports. Today is June 14th, 2024. Little recap on yesterday's performance. We ended up having another winning day, going 2-1. We did not hit our YRFI play in the Washington Nationals and the Detroit Tigers. We had the YRFI, and it smacked a NRFI. Patrick Corbin and Casey Mize were on the mound. Thought those two guys would give up a ton of runs early on. Wasn't the case, as it was an early game. It's all right, though. We still had a winning day. 2-1, looking for that clean sweep, and we're rolling right into the weekend where we like to get hot. Let's roll right into this, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, on this show, all we care about is the first 6 outs of the ball game, plain and simple. A NRFI means no runs first inning, while a YRFI means yes runs first inning. But before I get into those plays, be sure to smash that like button for me and subscribe to my YouTube channel and toggle on that notification button. That way, every time I drop another video, you guys will be notified. All right, let's take a look at Friday's game, starting off with game number 1. We got the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Toronto Blue Jays here. For the Cleveland Guardians, Logan Allen will be on the mound. He's 6-3 currently this season, 64.2 innings of work. He does have a higher end of an ERA, sitting at a 5.57 here, 54 strikeouts and 40 earned runs on the season here for Allen. He'll be matched up against the Toronto Blue Jays. Kevin Gausman, 5-4, 60.2 innings of work. He does have an ERA a little higher as well at a 4.01 here. 69 strikeouts, averaging a strikeout here per inning, and 31 earned runs. You look at what Kevin Gausman did in his last outing. He got the win against the Oakland Athletics, going a complete game in that one. 9 innings pitched, 5 hits, and no earned runs. He had a shutout in that one. We'll see what he could do here, and I like him having, it's not even a bounce back game, but having a lot, handling success. He had a great start in his last outing against the Oakland Athletics there. Can he have success against this Cleveland Guardians team, who's very good offensively in producing runs? The last time he pitched at home was against the Baltimore Orioles. They had a good lineup as well, and he got the loss in that one. So I know he's coming back with a little bounce back game at home for his hometown fans here in Toronto. We'll see how Kevin gets off to a hot start in this one. And then Allen's been fighting on the road. You look at his last 3 starts here, they've all been on the road. And he combined in those 3 starts on the road 13.2 innings of work with 13 earned runs combined in his last 3 starts on the road. Clearly struggling a little bit on the road. He's fighting, but he's pitching against Kevin Gausman and this Toronto Blue Jays team, and they are one of the worst teams in all of MLB baseball in scoring in the first inning. That's why we are taking the NRFI in game number 1 between the Cleveland Guardians and the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's roll into our second game between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs here. For the St. Louis Cardinals, Kyle Gibson will be on the mound. He's 4-2 currently this season with 70.2 innings of work. He does have an ERA sitting at a 3.76 here, 67 strikeouts, under a strikeout here per inning, and 32 earned runs here for Gibson. He'll be matched up against the Chicago Cubs' Jordan Wicks. He's 1-2, 26.1 innings of work. He does have an ERA sitting at a 4.44, 30 strikeouts. He does average a strikeout here per inning and 13 earned runs. Wicks, he's been struggling all season, got hit with the little injury bug. He's slowly coming back to things. You look at his last outing where he went 3.1 innings of work, 3 hits, and 1 earned run. Still trying to get himself healthy, and he's back at home here in Wrigley. You look against the Reds, that first run came in the first inning there. Jordan Wicks did give up a run in the first inning in his last outing against the Cincinnati Reds. So did Kyle Gibson. He gave up a run in his last outing as well. Kyle Gibson has not got a win or a loss in his last 3 starts. His last start was against that Colorado Rockies team, going 6 innings of work, 6 hits, and 3 earned runs. And like I said, giving up a run in the first inning. Each of these pitchers allowed a run to come across in the first inning of their last starts. I'm expecting one out of these 2 pitchers, there will be a run coming across in the first inning. That's why in game number 2 between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs, we're smacking the YRFI yes runs first inning. Throw into our third and final game between the Detroit Tigers and the Houston Astros. Right now for the Detroit Tigers, we got Tarik Skubal on the mound. He's 8-1 this season, 79.2 innings of work. ERA sitting at a 1.92 here, 96 strikeouts and only 17 earned runs on the season. Phenomenal stats by Tarik Skubal here. Power ranking, has him number 1 right now. We'll see leading up to the All-Star break. We'll see. He'll be matched up here against the Houston Astros. Hunter Brown, 2-5 this season, 61.1 innings of work with an ERA high at a 5.58, 67 strikeouts. He is averaging a strikeout here per inning in 38 earned runs. Brown picked up a win in his last start against the Angels, going 6 innings of work, 2 hits, and no earned runs. I think Brown carries this momentum here back at home, where he's pitching against one of the best in the game in Tarek Skubal. And Skubal looked lights out in his last performance. I know he's going to carry that over and fill it up from the start, going 6.2 innings of work, 5 hits, and only 1 earned run against the Brewers, and got the dub. That's why in game number 3 between the Detroit Tigers and the Houston Astros, we are smacking the NRFI. No runs, first inning. Let's take a recap of the games I've selected for you today. Game number 1 between the Cleveland Guardians and the Toronto Blue Jays. We are smacking the NRFI. No runs, first inning. Game number 2 between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. We are smacking the YRFI. Yes, runs, first inning. In our third and final game between the Detroit Tigers and the Houston Astros, we are smacking the NRFI. No runs, first inning. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Menken with Splash Sports. If you have not done so, smack that like button for me. It helps me out a ton, and it costs you guys none. And make sure to go follow me over on X at Nick Menken for every single one of my MLB full game plays. Best of luck and best bets.